Magandang araw! Sa ating video ngayon ay tatalakayin natin ang tungkol sa Defense of the Filipinos by Bishop Salazar. Pero bago yon, ipapakilala ko muna ang aking sarili sa inyo. Ako nga po pala si Samantha na nagmula sa HRST at nasa ika-3 taon na sa kolehiyo. Ngayon ay dumako naman tayo sa aking tatalakayin. Magsimula tayo kay Bishop Domingo Salazar. Sino nga ba si Bishop Domingo Salazar? Si Bishop Domingo de Salazar, isa siyang katolikong praile na nagsilbi bilang pinakaunang obispo ng Maynila. Nagsimula siya sa katungkulan niya mula sa taong 1579 hanggang 1584. Ipinanganak siya sa taong 1512 sa La Rioja, Spain. Namatay siya noong December 4, 1594 sa edad na 82 sa Madrid, Spain. He was selected by the King of Spain and confirmed by Pope Gregory XIII as the first Bishop of Manila. He was installed in 1581, and he strongly opposed enslaving the indigenous people of the Philippines. He served as a Bishop of Manila until his death on December 4, 1594 at the age of 82. Like Bishop Bartolome de las Casas, the protector of the Indians in the New World, Bishop Domingo de Salazar was a champion of the oppressed native against the avarician cruelties of the Spanish encomenderos and colonial officials. For this reason, he was accoladed by historians as a defender of the Filipinos. In his memorial to the King and Council of the Indies, written in Manila, 1583, Bishop Salazar denounced the injuries inflicted on the native Filipinos by the Spanish authorities and encomenderos. The following are excerpts of his letter to King Philip II. At ngayon naman ay isasalaysay ko ang nilalaman ng huling liham ni Bishop Domingo de Salazar na para kay King Philip II. Bishop Domingo de Salazar defends the natives from the Spanish encomenderos. Last year, I gave Your Majesty a detailed account of the events that had hitherto occurred in this island. In the past few days, the Indians of Cebu have revolted and killed the encomenderos who were collecting the tribute and some soldiers. They seized the women and detained them for a long time until the alcalde mayor of that island with a number of friendly Indians and 50 or 60 Spaniards attacked them. Some were killed in the encounter and those most guilty were hanged. Thereupon, the said alcalde mayor wrote that island was pacified. It lies more than 150 leagues from this city. Later on, the 7th of last June, there came further advices from the said alcalde mayor to the effect that the natives of said island with other neighboring peoples had conspired to burn the city and kill all the Spaniards who might be there, and that several of the principal authors of the plot have been captured, and steps are being taken to arrest the others. Your governor sent him instructions as to what he should do. 4 or 5 months ago, 2 soldiers came from the city of Nueva Segovia, today located in the province of Cagayan. They were sent by the alcalde mayor of that province, bringing a word that the province was all in rebellion and that the Indians had killed many Spaniards. The natives were so bold and daring that they entered into the city to murder and rob. He begged for enforcements of troops and ammunition, or that province would be depopulated. What is most important of these islands, as it is the nearest to Japan and is within 50 leagues of the coast of China. Reinforcements were sent by the master of camp Pedro de Chavez with 4 or 5 ships and 50 soldiers, besides what supplies and ammunition they could take. Captain Martin de Barrios was also slain by the Indians while he was collecting the tribute from his encomienda, together with some soldiers, and I am ready to certify that there are few places in these islands where the natives are not disaffected. When there is any uprising, they communicate with one another, make allies, and send messenger to keep up relations. On the first day of July arrived the master of camp, Pedro de Chavez, who had gone out to chastise the Indians of the province of Cagayan, who were at war. Although he had gone out with 60 soldiers and more than 800 friendly Indians, he did nothing whatever except to cut down their palm trees and destroy their crops. He says that the Indians themselves burned their villages and went to the mountains. It is known, however, that he left that province in a worse state of war than before, and when the Indians see our men turn back and leave them, they regain courage. We Spaniards are very few in number and are surrounded by enemies of every side. If we are not relieved in time by the dispatch of reinforcements, it will be impossible to apply a remedy when it is wanted. As I have said, we are but few, and the troops die very quickly. When the Indians see an opportunity to crush us, they are not likely to let it slip. I beseech your Majesty to be pleased to order your Viceroy of Mexico that your governor sends to us troops and ammunition, or other necessaries. He should send them, and also that he should send some money, because on account of many extraordinary occasions for expense which every day arise, your royal treasury is usually much embarrassed and in debt. There is nothing else at present, only I pray that our Lord may preserve your Majesty many years in perfect health and with increase of greater kingdoms and seigniories in His holy service. At dito na po nagtatapos ang video na to na patungkol sa Defense of the Filipinos by Bishop de Salazar. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Paalam!